Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this Thursday afternoon. My name is Ciaran Thornton, and this bag here, we'll call him the unknown handicapper, bag of shame. Why don't you take the bag off and see who we have under there? Hopefully it's not still Scatoni. Alas, it is.
Am I welcome back?
Welcome to Double, and this is Trouble here under the bag. The guy who burns up money lately.
I'm sorry. I had a rough Sunday, but Ciaran, you saved our bacon, you know?
As long as one of us is hitting the double, we should be good. And I think this is a tough one. What do you think?
I had a really hard time. I'll say this. I do like race 7, even though there's a couple of ways you can go. I do like a horse in there that I'll probably plant my flag with. But I'll tell you, I thought that nightcap was an absolute scratcher. Head scratcher.
I think already looking ahead, your double wagers today, we're probably going to have to scroll through the screen. There's probably going to be 45 different double bets. Am I correct?
Well, because everybody always wants to see what we're playing, I decided to just put up my caveman bet just so people could see my numbers. So here are my numbers.
My hand's going to be tired writing all this down.
But really, the purpose of the show is to find value. So I'm going to focus and chart the probables for all of these, but I'm going to focus on the 2 in this leg with my top 3 choices in the next, which are the 3, 7, and 9. So we can wait a minute before we do that, only because we want a little more money in the pools, so we have a little bit more of an accurate assessment on what our probables are going to be. I'm going to throw yours. So this is the unknown handicapper, and this is Ciaran the Cowardly Clown. Usually he's got 18 horses in every race, but looks like you're pretty targeted today.
This was one I thought, even if I spread a lot like you are, I still could miss. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a couple of shots, and then I have a long shot I like here in the first, so I got a little bit of coverage, and then just the last race was difficult, and I did not want to spread too much in the last one.
Well, let's actually talk about this race a little bit, because it's interesting, because it's an 11 furlong turf race, and we have a few of these during the meet, but not too many. It's a $50,000 claimer, non-winners of 1, optional claimer, non-winners of 1 for fillies and mares. Like I said, 11 furlongs. Only one horse has run this distance before, and it was kind of inconclusive because she was in a stakes race, so you can't hold that performance against her. Everybody else, it's pretty much a question mark, Ciaran. I mean, who's going to stay out the distance?
I mean, I ended up, the long shot I have in here, 1, Ruby Can 2, could quite possibly run last, but I just thought it was really interesting. We got the fresh face, and they came in from Lone Star. And, the Lone Star horses usually don't do that great here.
Right.
And they shipped it all the way out here. It's not in for a tag is what you would normally see with the ship and win out here, which made me go, okay, well, they want to come out and get seen at Del Mar. And then I started digging in a little bit more. And, the trainers, I mean, look at this, the stats here. Not risk. We got some sharp workouts, but the trainers owe for everything. And as we know, the last few doubles, one of the winners has been a trainer or a jockey who hasn't won in eons, So here's another one of these 0 for everything. The trainer this year is 0 for 50. So I think it might be, it's Paula Kepler. I'm going to blow it.
Paula Kepler.
Yeah. Which is crazy that she's not won a race yet. So, this might be the big bomber. And then look who's riding, because you did that smart ass video on my birthday there with your big long shot guy. So I think he's going to come back today. And the fact that you put him on your video and knock you out yet again.
He has a name. His name is Serafine Carmona. For those who haven't seen this, please go to my X feed. I'll retweet it after this as well. Oh my God, I ran into Serafine Carmona after the PDJF fundraiser. I was at the Belly Up. A bunch of us went to Red Tractons after, and I started talking. I was like, oh my God, you're Serafine Carmona. You rode Baltic Fire, 55-1. We got to make a video punking Ciaran, because Ciaran thinks he's the greatest handicapper ever, and I hold the record for giving out the biggest prize horse on this show. So I got my man Serafine to do a little video with me, and I think it's absolutely hysterical. That was a happy birthday wish to you, by the way. So happy belated birthday there. Your birthday was Tuesday. How'd you celebrate your dark day?
Recovered. Recovered from the PGJF. Yeah, that was a lot of drinking we did that day.
I know the feeling. All right, well, let's look at some probables here because we got about 15 minutes to post. If
now,
you don't mind here,
I ended up I was only going to go 2 deep, and that's why my bigger one is the 6 with the 3. I thought the 6 that the Phil horse with Fresh You on was the top one, so I'm actually liking the price I'm getting here. I mean, top last race speed. Phil's 21% winner of next race. And as we know, if there is a trainer who's putting a horse at this distance on turf in California, it's D'Amato. So if he thinks this horse can do this, then absolutely, that should be a big upgrade is how I looked at it.
He has both of them, the 3 and the 6. You say you prefer the 6 a little more?
I did, and I thought I'd get a better price. But, I mean, how do you – JJ's was on fire this past weekend. I think he's won half of his mounts in the last week, which is just a crazy stat. And you usually got to go with the hot hand. I gave the other Phil, the number 6, a slight leg up only because JJ's not won with Phil. He's 0 for 5 recently here at the meet. So, again, this will probably be another 0 for that win. So JJ's either going to win for D'Amato or Fresh You's going to win for D'Amato.
Right. So right now I'm just looking at the board. My top pick, Defiance, getting hammered at 3-2. My goodness, I can't catch a break. Your 3 is 3-1, second choice, and your 6 is actually also 3-1. So they're like co-second choices here. Really the only 2 that are taking a decent amount of money. We're going to look at the double probables in just a second. Just want to give a quick shout out, Anthony Marcona. Welcome back, my friend. Dan H. Hey, gentlemen, good to see you, Dan. You better give Nick Sievers a wake-up call. He's probably napping through this like he did last week. Here we go. He's single to the 6 here in the pick 3. Good luck. Then the 9, 7, 10, 3. Still play a daily double. 6, 4, 2, 7 is his order here. Okay, so Ciaran, his top pick is also your top pick. He does not have the 3, but he does have my 2. He's a little spready there. And then real quick from Terry, happy birthday, Ciaran. Keep the doubles coming. She's supposed to be on my side, and yet she's your biggest fan. Guess who made this brown bag of ignominy?
That's for you to throw your picks in later when you rip them all up and go.
All right, Ciaran, real quick. Tell me your doubles, combos, and I'll tell you the probables.
I'm just going pretty simple today. $20 double, 3-6 with 7-11 in the next race. I know we talked about how we could go spread. I'm not going to spread. And then I'm going to do my long shot. $10 double, 1 with 7-11.
Let me see what they're paying. 3 with who?
3 with 7 and 3 with 11.
Okay, 3-7 is 83. 3-11 is 161. I'm going to write those down because I have those as well. So 3, 7, 83, and 3-11. And then what's the other one?
6 with 7 and 6 with 11.
6-7 is 90. 6-11 is 104. And then with your bomb, the 1?
Yeah, it's 1 with 7-11. 1 with the 7 looks like it's paying $1,000.
Yep.
And 1 with the 11 is paying $891.
Wow, those are good. You can get away doing those for $5 if you want. That's pretty good. You probably want to up your other ones, but that's up for you to decide, not me. I'm going to write down mine real quick. So the 2 with the 3, 80, 2 with the 7, 89, 2 with the 8, 134, 2 with the 9, 167, 2 with the 11, 117. So
I mean, I'm okay getting out. I mean, $80 and $90, and I have it 4 times. That's $300. If I can get a $300 double with a couple of chalky type horses on a late double like this, I'm happy. I'm going home happy.
Yeah, especially since you don't have a strong opinion for the sequence, right? I mean, I don't either. I mean, I do feel strongly about this race. I do like the number 2 a lot. I might play. Well, let me see what I put up here originally.
I thought if I was forced to single in this race, my single would absolutely be the number 6. Just to put it out there. If you made me single, that'd be my single.
So you would start with the single 6. Yeah, so you'd go extra times with the 6, perhaps. So I can just get away with this. I'm just writing the numbers down real quick. Like $15 double, 2 with 3, 7, and $10 doubles, 2 with 8, 9, 11. And then I could even come back and play just saver bets, with $10 with the 3 to the 7. So that would be 30, 40, 50, 60. And then I can do another. Actually, I'm going to up my amounts. I'm going to do 20, 20, 10, 10, 10. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here for those who haven't seen the show
called
before,
all with all.
I'm trying to weight my bets based on their payouts. Look, if you had to pick one horse in the nightcap, who would it be? I mean, you could pick 10
7.
horses and still lose.
And the nightcap is 7, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the nightcap for a second. It looks like there's a lot of speed in there. It is not a very reliable race. It's a $20,000 maiden claimer, contested at 1 mile and 16th on the main track. Speed, 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 and it looks like both the 7, the 11, and maybe even my 9 there could benefit from a pace collapse. Is that how you're saying it, Ciaran?
This number 7, Goodbye Dale, they're dropping multiple classes here, and the trainer, 3 or 4 doing that move, and a pretty decent payout. So this is a trainer, when he drops, he wins. So I don't think we're going to get the 7-2 morning line. That's just my feel. And they're adding blinkers, so it's been just missing. The 11 that I'm using has a case of second-itis, and this might be the kind of race where the light bulb might go off, or it'll be second again. And I just couldn't find reasons for other horses, so I just stuck with the 2 I did.
Yeah. Well, the beauty of the double pool is that it doesn't matter how much money that 7 horse takes in the win pool. If you're alive to the double, your price is already locked in, right? So doesn't really matter. Right now, the 2-3 combo is favored at $84. So I am using the 3 in the next leg. That was my sneaky play. Rob,
I think too, like the CAW money is hammering the 3, and I've heard a lot of people talking about just because the drop, but I don't know. Maybe this will be when Edwin gets off the goose egg as well, because I think he's 0 for 41 or something like that, which is kind of crazy to me.
He is, yeah. It's shocking how he hasn't been able to find a winner yet.
But I mean, why is Kent not riding him? Last race for Hess. Rode him the last time. So if Kent didn't want to ride, yeah.
There you go. Dan H is going to look. Hold on. Where are we going? Look for our man Nick Sievers, Mr. Guitar. Happy birthday to Ciaran. Our man Mr. Guitar is back with his double 3-8 with 3 and 3-8 with 7. Who is this 8 of which he speaks? Rosalie May. You got anything on that horse, Ciaran?
Nope.
In leg 1?
JJ was off, and that was enough for me to just not, Rispoli, when he does ride these McCarthy horses, he's winning like 40%. So, I mean, I couldn't talk you off it. They're not risking it for the claim.
Right.
I just probably end up turning around and beating us both, but I just was not a fan.
Me neither. I really thought that Rosalie May and the I'm a Joker were kind of maybe cancel each other out. I think both of those want to be forwardly placed.
I thought the 8 was more ideal for going a mile, and the races going over faded. So, I mean, this is a 1 mile and 3/8. It all depends on how fast they go. And, Rispoli will probably come second or third with this horse.
Not to talk you off, Mr. Guitar. You stick to your guns, because wouldn't be the first time that both Ciaran and I were wrong. He also likes the 3 in the nightcap, which is one of mine, and he likes the 7, which is both of ours there. So that's Mr. Guitar's play. Oh, finally, his alarm went off. Nick Sievers live in the pick 3. He's alive to the 2-3 here. Excellent. Oh, wow, Ciaran, your 6 is currently favored at 2-1. We're going to have to sweat that one.
No shock. No shock.
I'm a little shocked. I mean, that horse is coming out of cheaper races. I mean, I know the horse has decent come home times, but so do the 2 and the 3. This horse is coming out of a 25,000 beaten claimer, a starter allowance.
When I saw the distance, made me just go, I'm upgrading Phil. Phil's a master at the long distance races, and he's got JJ on one of his horses and Freshu on the other. He's just going to collect, first and second.
I apologize, Nick. Nick wasn't napping. He was actually mowing the lawn. Big day for his wife. Hey, so was the weekend. Didn't you go to some event where you weren't even allowed to look at your phone and watch the races? I hope somebody was texting you the results. Anyway, John Atwell, Frank, I met you last week. I'm from Brooklyn. You're due. Thank you, John. Pleasure meeting you. Always come say hi out at the races. You know where Ciaran and I hang out at the corner. Dan H. mowed the lawn too.
No one's actually on my one, so that's going to pay really nice. This was worth me taking a little flyer just because I was so unsure with this sequence, just because the one ships in, they put a best of 120 workout into this horse a week ago. It's not claim bait. They flew all the way out here. It looks like they kept getting rained out off turf when they were back at Lone Star. But I mean, they might be coming out just to say we raced the horse out at Del Mar, but they're not risking it for the claim. And I don't know if it can go this distance. Who knows,
I will say this, Ciaran, you come up with some crazy long shots, so I will never question one of your bomberoos. This one I'm having a very hard time seeing, but I will say this, and we've talked about it on this show before, and I've mentioned it many times in my Frankly Speaking column, and on every podcast I do. Paula Capestra, she might not win very much throughout the year, but she is always good for a win or two here at Del Mar, and it's usually at a very good price, and it's usually with a horse that she brought from another circuit. Most of the time, it's because she's claimed the horse and brought the horse over for the ship and win, but looks like this one was either transferred barns or privately purchased, still eligible for the ship and win, so still under those same sneaky conditions. Do not let the offers fool you.
No, they've been doing. The offers have been dominating the last week or so. How many times have we said on this show, trainer, offer, win. Jockey, offer, win.
You know what I think is a more relevant stat? Maybe I'll do it after the race if she wins. The last 3 years, what is Paula Capestra's record here at Del Mar? She might be 30% over the last 3 years just at Del Mar summer, right? So you got to pick and choose your stats accordingly. Again, Ciaran, though, I wouldn't be worried about the trainer at all. She is more than capable of popping a long shot home. I just don't see it. But I'll tell you right now, if you do get the one home, your double is going to pay massive. But also, everyone out there, just a word of warning, if you agree with Ciaran and you like this one a little bit, you have to put some win money on the horse. The horse is a big price in the win pool. You would feel really foolish.
I want this horse to go off at 59-1.
Dude, you are
so
never
nobody bet the one, so I can get my 59-1 shot and beat Frank on the long shot.
This horse might go off higher than 55-1, but you're not going to win. You're not going to beat that all summer. I know you're going to try. In fact, every race going forward, you're going to have the logical horses, and there's always going to be one horse that you hope is going to go off at 60-1 and win to try and take down the crown.
That's the only crown you have. What is it, the Burger King crown? That's what you need to wear next, is the Burger King crown.
I have one of those, actually. I do have a Burger King crown. I will be wearing that when I crush this double. Again, you're sticking to these, Ciaran. I mean, this is how you're playing it. You don't have to change your amounts or anything.
I'm just going. I didn't have. I think I got. If I'm right, I'll get some nice money to gamble with tomorrow. If not, I didn't want to get overly complicated on one where I was just going to start making myself have reasons to use other horses. And when I started seeing myself do that, I was like, okay, I'm going to stop.
Yeah, I think that's smart, actually. I mean, I find that, you handicap the handicapper, right? I find that the times you get a little more spready is when you really like someone in one race and you want to make sure you have the double, even if the price might be a little short. We talked about bankroll preservation, right? That's not the case here. You're trying to just hit something and live to fight another day. But if your one wins, you're looking at a big score. Do not follow these denominations. I am playing my double. Wait, I'm doing the 2 to the 3, 7, and 9 for $20. And then $10, 2 with 811. So that gives 24, that puts me at 80. And then just $5 savers, just so I could tell Ciaran I hit it. 3 with 3, 7, 8, 9, 11. That should put me at 100 if I did the math correct.
All in all.
Let's see where they are. We got a minute to post. Let's go through the comments real quick. Frank really does have a Burger King crown. I do. Dan H, $5, 2, 4 with 3, 7, 9, 10. I'm a Joker. That's a new one. Yeah, I'm a Joker. She's the only one who's run 11 furlongs. Granted, it was the red carpet. Didn't show much, but, if the outside horse doesn't go with her, she could potentially wire the field. I didn't see it, but not without a shot.
I think this is another one that whatever CAW money's in is definitely hammering the 2. So that might increase our, if we can beat them, get the 3 and the 6 home or the 1, we should be looking a little bit higher pay doubles, I think.
Well, I'm ready to take all the CRW's money right about now. As they're at the gate, there's my 2 loading. Richard Mandela, greatest trainer ever. There goes your 3 into the gate. Looks really good. The 2 is currently the favorite, but I mean, look, 2 is 2 to 1, 3 is 5 to 2, 6 is 5 to 2. The money's spread all over the board. So if you have an opinion here and you can hammer it, you're going to get some good value. Okay, they're at the gate. They're in the gate. Ready to go. Stand by.
Let's see how fast they go.
Remember, everyone, they go around 3 times. I mean, three turns. They go around once more. God, TVG is like 10 minutes behind Express Bet.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why that is. Do you?
Ridiculous. Because it's horse racing. Is there a reasonable explanation for anything?
Is your horse still in the gate?
For a second, I was going to say, is that Mike Smith? But oh my God, they're going 24, and I'm 30 lengths back. Did you tip the starter? Did you tip the starter to hold my horse or something?
I don't know what's going on here. They're going super slow. I mean, even JJ's now starting to shake the reins, going, "Hey, this is really slow."
They're going 47-2, but they're all strung out. This makes no sense.
That's like our Gold Phoenix race where he was just so far behind it was too late to do anything. Even if you make a late move, if you don't start moving now, it's over.
I've got DeMuro up. The only race DeMuro's won was for you, opening day. Freaking ribbons at 28-1. I'm exaggerating, but 112, a little tiny little bit faster.
Well, your 2's starting to move.
Yeah, but what's he going to go? 8 wide on the backside? How often does
him
this
and
move
JJ?
move?
It's going to be a match race down the stretch.
Oh my God! I mean, this 2 is going to have to be a super horse.
Well, he's got the horse, but
well, he's going to flatten out, right? I mean, you can't go full speed around a turn while you're 10 wide. He's just going to have to be the best horse by a mile, and maybe he just might be.
Come on with that 6. Come on, get up there.
Congratulations to Dan H. My God, Mirko DeMuro, step right up. Worst ride in the history of the sport. What the heck was that? I mean, I'm not sour grapes here, but that was a horrendous ride.
Well, JJ or Rispoli knocked us out.
Hey, look, that was.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. Well, I'm not. I lost money, but.
Yeah, but not. I mean, you didn't really have a strong opinion in either leg. I kind of did in this one. I really thought Defiance was the one to beat. I just that is a ride for the ages, man. Your 6 ran well, your 3 ran well, but just Rosalie May, Michael McCarthy. I will say this: every time Michael McCarthy has a horse in a long distance race, you have to pay extra attention to them. He is the best at getting to the bottom of horses stamina-wise. He can get freaking sprinters to stretch out. It's
And
unbelievable.
I downgraded him because JJ left, and I thought Phil, had this race tied up.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it's tough. He's kind of tough to support. 1 at 7 furlongs on the dirt, 2 races against cheaper horses going a mile. But you know what? I was wrong. We were wrong. Dan H was right. I believe it was Dan H. Let me go back to our comments here. See if our man. Here we go. Nick Stevens. Is this Delmore or Naira? And yet you see Mirko DeMuro 3,000 miles back. Oh my goodness. Oh, was it Mr. Qatar who had the 8? Okay. It was Mr. Qatar. Let's see. Included because see, this is the state of our show, Ciaran. Everyone's taking advice from other people in the chat room. They're not listening to me or you.
Nope.
Should we just set up the studio next week and just tomorrow and just take a back seat and let these guys take over?
Well, I was trying to let you win today. I mean, that's why I sandbagged my picks, because it's just getting old with me getting the doubles, the last few doubles. So I was like, you know what? Here you go, Frank. Easy layup. And what did you do? Fumbled again.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that I didn't get a better run from my 2. Like shocked. Sorry, Dan H. I thought you had the 8. My apologies for pumping you up there. I hope I didn't give you false hope. It was, in fact, Mr. Guitar. Let me see if I can find Mr. Guitar's. If I can find, oh gosh, we have so many chats here, guys. Sorry, John, I let you down. We can still come back and bet this race, Here we go. 3. Look at this. It's got a $10 double cooking, 3-8 with 3. There's Michael McCarthy I see on the TV. I would just like, anyone have any opinion on how that race was run? Maybe Mr. Guitar, you're actually hot in this chat. You've hit this a couple of times. Maybe give us a line or two on why you ended up on Rosalie May.
I will say your horse, Frank, that's the kind of ride Kyle was putting on Gold Phoenix. Like, I know it's a long distance race, but dude, don't be 40 lengths back, They weren't going that fast. What are you thinking?
You got to let it go, man. Got to let it go. That race was last week. It was a prep race, and he was not that far back.
Yeah, but I hear we have a good jockey for the Delmar handicap. We won't say who yet, though.
I hope so. There should be a lot of good jockeys from New York coming out here, so you'll have the pick of this colony and that colony. You can end up with the best horse in the race, so I'm sure you'll get somebody good. All that matters is the 4-Pete. You just got to keep telling yourself that. All that matters is the 4-Pete. Here we go, Dan H. Okay, so I'm not crazy, right, Dan? The 6 and the 2 were way too far back. I'd also like to see what went on in the stretch, because it looked like the 2.
The 2 was, I think the 2 came in and did an inside move, and I don't know if it impacted the 6 at all for SU.
No, if anything, the 6 fouled the 2. Like the 2 was making a move and then stopped. Or maybe he just got tired. I don't know. I'd like to see the head-on this. All I know is that was a very bizarrely run race as far as I'm concerned. But of course, you look at it. So Rispoli wins. And then your 6 got second, right, Ciaran?
Yeah.
Freysu runs second.
Yes,
and then the 3 got third, JJ. So, you just bet the 3 best turf jockeys and you're fine. I'm going to blow this up again here because I'm watching the replay on the ADW. The 2 is just hopelessly far back.
I didn't like the 8. I'm okay with that. I jumped off it. So it's one of those, sometimes you go, the pays, but if you don't like a horse and you don't win, well, there's reasons you didn't like the horse. It didn't work today, tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm with you, Ciaran, because if I had used anybody else, I would have used the 6 and spent more money and still lost. Right? So
that's like I've rotated most of my bankroll now to the late doubles and less on the early pick 5 even though it's a low takeout, just because I would spread a lot and then the pays would be so low considering what prices I think I'm going to get.
Right.
And just really I'm starting to fall back in love. I mean, we'd gotten the shiny exotic bets over the last couple of years and back to basics, the double. That's where it's always been over the years.
Yeah, the CRWs aren't as strong in the early pick 5 pools because of the lower takeout. But at the same time, the trade-off is you're dealing with, least exciting races on the card, right? The early part of the card usually isn't where the best racing is. That's the second half of the card. And that's why the late pick 5 handle does a lot better than the early pick 5, even though the takeout's more. So,
they're hammering this 3 here. So if you don't like the 3, because we've talked about how, they're not in the doubles, but some of these trifectas and exactas pay really well if you can toss the horse that the CAWs are hopping on. Right. And it looks like they're hopping all over this 3. So if you have reasons not to like the 3 on some exotic bets, you might get paid a little bit better in this one.
Yeah, I thought the 3's morning line was a little wonky. 2-1 is a little short. I think this horse should probably be more like 7-2 in here. Just because there are some question marks. I'm just going to get there real quick. Horse has never been 2 turns before, right? So you're getting major class relief and you have a good last speed figure, but you have a jockey who can't get arrested right now. And, you're dealing with a cheap horse who's never been 2 turns. So, I love the horse at 8-1. Don't like the horse at all at 2-1. I'd be fine with the horse at, 7-2, 4-1. But I don't think we're going to get that. It looks like this horse is going to be the favorite. Let's look at what the will pays are coming back here on. We'll see what Dan's up to bat for, and we'll see if there's anybody took sneaky money. Right now, the favorite is not right now. It is coming back. The winner of race 7 to the 3 in this race.
257.
Yeah, but that actually isn't the favorite.
No, 227 is the number 7.
Yeah, correct.
And
7 is the favorite.
Second favorite is the number 8, 269.50.
No, that's the third favorite. The 3 is the second favorite, and the 8 is the third. So those are all logical, right? We talked about all those horses. 3 we talked about. The 7, Ciaran and I both like. Pace meltdown, race falls apart, good, honest horse. Maybe today's the day that this horse finally breaks the maiden. And then 8, 4-1 on the line. No surprise there. Anyone taking really sneaky money here? How about that 11? 300?
Not really.
Yeah, no, everything else looks pretty good.
I think I'm just going to do a saver exacta. I'm going to do 7 over 11, 8. $5 just to have some interest in this last race.
7 over 8-11.
Yep.
Are you not coming back the other way?
Nah.
All right. Look at that. He will. At the last second, he'll change his mind. He'll do it.
No, what will happen is it'll be 11, 7, 8 probably, but it is what it is.
Looking to extract something out of this race. Ciaran's never met a race he didn't like, but to what we said earlier on, neither one of us had a super strong opinion in here, which is the reason why I was using 4 horses in my double. And I couldn't get alive to the horse who I thought was the most likely winner in the previous race. But, that's how it goes sometimes. It's just been one of those meets for me, zigging and zagging. Get a 20-1 shot, get disqualified. They put up your 3-1 shot instead. That's how it goes. But good thing I could walk around the racetrack with this on my head. Nobody will know. Be none the wiser. Nobody will be able to find me and mock me mercilessly.
Have you done your bets for tomorrow yet, or looked at the card?
I did a cursory look at the card.
Tomorrow's looks very
crazy.
tough.
Yeah,
it looks very but there's a horse I think could be a single in the first leg. I'm still spreading a little, and the reason I needed that because I think that last race tomorrow, you could go a lot of ways. The last race tomorrow, just to give you guys a little preview.
Yeah.
From 11 races, 8 times the winner has been 5-1 or more. that they've had that race, and 3 of the 11 were over 10-1.
That's in tomorrow's the last race.
Tomorrow's last
8?
race, yes. So that's one of those bombers do very, very well in that last race tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a $80,000 allowance optional claimer, non-winners of 2, mile on the turf. And if I recall correctly, it drew a pretty good field, right? Yeah, 10 horses, big full fields tomorrow, right, Ciaran? I mean, it's just like crazy for a Friday.
Well,
you know
the
why?
Earlier start tomorrow. We're still doing the early show at 1:00, but the live stream, what time will that be? An hour earlier?
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Oh, let's see. I can give you guys an idea. I'll set up the studio tonight. But yeah, great point, Ciaran.
I think it'll be at 5:40 tomorrow, if I'm right. Right, 5:40ish tomorrow.
Yeah, race 7 starts at 6. Race 6 goes off at. Usually, I like to do 10 minutes after race 6 is scheduled to go off. So 5:32. So yeah, let's plan on like 6:40 tomorrow. And yeah, Ciaran's correct. We moved to an earlier 3:00 Friday.
They actually moved it earlier this year. It usually doesn't happen for another couple of weeks, which is, I think, good versus having that long drag out they had, for the last race with the sun.
They usually go to 3:30 for 2 weeks, and then they go to 3. So they just decided to cut that out entirely. But
might get some more East Coast money in too. Hour earlier, you never know.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, play around with the times. Why not? See what it does to the pools. I mean, you saw the stats I tweeted out on my X account. This is the best bet there is. The double hand, the pays on the doubles so far into the meet, $627 average win for a $5 bet. And that's including that gigantic bomber you had, Frank. But even if you pull that out, the average pay on the double has been $257. Not too bad for $5, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you're getting 40-1. I mean, that's crazy. And you just have to string 2 winners in a row. It sounds pretty easy, right? Well, easier for some, like Ciaran, maybe not so easy for me. You know what, Ciaran? I just realized the reason why there's so many horses entered tomorrow on a Friday card, which is usually pretty dead, it's because they know that we do our double trouble show.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
Morning and afternoon. So they know they have to card good races for us. Otherwise, we'll,
maybe they could give us a shout out so we can get the viewership numbers up there. We're the only ones carrying the flag around for this late double. It seems I don't see anything anywhere. I think it's like we're the only 2 talking about it. I don't get it. Well,
we got our guys in this chat room, our loyal followers who keep showing up. Here's Mr. Guitar's case for the 8 that just won. McCarthy, great trainer. I approve. Umberto, not a downgrade jockey. I approve. Unless he's on a Ciaran's horse. Then he's an absolute downgrade. Oh, Blame Baby's on turf. Really? Okay, that's very interesting to me because, when I think of Blame, obviously as a horse, turf does not come to mind. But let me see if I'm going to go on memory here before I look. I believe Blame's daddy was Arch. Am I correct in saying that? If so, I am right. So yeah, Arch, obviously a very strong turf influence. But look at the bottom. I mean, Pulpit is the damn sire, not for me, but maybe Sierra Olivia did something okay. But look, doesn't really matter. You had the horse, we didn't, and you're alive and we're not. Nick has some information here. Emerald canceled tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow night now? Well, I hope you'll be hanging with us till at least 7 o'clock or so, right, Nick? I mean, get your nap in early. Any other chores you have to do the grocery shopping, clean the dishes, vacuum,
paint the house tomorrow afternoon.
Here's another tip. See, look, we got some really smart people in this chat room.
Well, that was like our buddy from Del Mar was supposed to go with me to the SDSU practice on Tuesday. And all of a sudden, as I'm driving there, I get a text from him. He will not be named. And he goes, yeah, I just got a big honeydew list. So then I had to text him, 20 minutes later. I was like, no worries. I'm just standing here chatting with Kawhi Leonard and Lamont Butler. So, yeah, you didn't miss much here at this practice.
Yeah, nothing special this time around. Hey, tell us. I mean, I don't know if there's any. I'm sure there's some hoops fans, college hoops fans out there. Ciaran's pretty big in with the SDSU college basketball program. Final Four this year. How are they looking? What do you think?
Oh, this team is wow. On paper, I think this is the best team they've had, and that's
Really?
saying a lot with the teams they've had. So yeah, early in the season, they look like they've been together for a long time already.
All right. If anybody's going out to Vegas anytime soon, can you just put a little $50 future bet on me for SDSU to win the national championship?
And
I'll
then
Venmo you.
the team's actually going to be out at Del Mar August 30th for, I think it's
Oh.
College Day. So maybe we'll do our show up in El Palio there, Frank. You might have to wear that jacket that you bought on Amazon if you still have it.
Oh, I sent it back. No, of course I still have it. I might get another one. I look pretty good in that.
You probably should have just
$50
wore the free green jacket they gave you versus that thing you bought.
Got a lot of compliments on that jacket, Ciaran. I mean, it's not
those were compliments where they were laughing when you walked away, just so you know.
It's not the beautiful bespoke English tailored suits that that you have custom made, but it gets the job done. But no, that could be fun actually, because I could be in the press box, work in the studio, and you could be the boots on the ground, actually in there with the team.
We'll have them do some picks. Who do they like in the race? Maybe if they're still around late.
Well, yeah, we could do some recording early with them actually too.
So I'll get the team picks maybe.
Is that Pacific Classic weekend? When is that? The 30th? What day?
Yeah,
is
the
that?
classic. The classic is on Saturday, the 30th, and then Sunday the 31st. They have. I think they only have 2 of the graded stakes on Sunday this year. They kind of split them last year. If I remember, last year it was on a Sunday.
When is what day is Gold running? Is he on Pacific Classic
Saturday.
undercard? Oh, he's
Saturday.
on the undercard. Yeah. Wow, that's going to be a great day of racing. Oh man. So
I was looking at both early start times. That tells me that's going to be a loaded card, probably 11, 12 races at least.
Yeah, and there's also the on-track contest. Can you hear me? You were breaking up a little bit there.
No, I can hear you now.
Okay. Let's go back to blame as a sire. What I was saying is a lot of smart people on this chat giving out some good information. File this away. Nick Sievers likes blame horses at Turfway. Turfway is a synthetic surface. So Mr. Guitar likes blame horses on turf. Nick Sievers likes them on synth. You know they can act on dirt as well. So all around, good sire. That's why blame costs $25,000. Ciaran, while we're on the topic of pedigree, how much of a factor is that, A, in your overall aspect of your game, and B, any specific instances where you may rely on it more than you would rely on it normally?
Believe it or not, I'm one of those people. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't get lost in the weeds like I know a lot of people do, and they've all these horses memorized, and this horse with that horse is going to do this. Essentially, all I look at the stats. How's the dam do? How's the sire do? 19% first start. How they do on turf, and that's the extent of me looking at it. You could just get lost in the minutia.
Yeah.
Of, who they have in their bloodlines.
Yeah, I feel like you either, if you're going to do pedigree analysis, you have to do it, right? And it's not something that, I have any particular interest. I'm kind of with you, but I will on formulator, in baby races and first turf situations, I do like to look at the dam side, not so much the sire. I feel like I'm familiar with.
Yeah, I'll look at the sire, especially if the stats are pretty. Yeah, but like you said, the dam, if they do well first timer, on turf. But I mean, I use Brisnet, and they give you all that stats. You don't even have to go researching.
Yeah, it's like right there for you, right? It's like dam with first time starters, boom.
Yeah, it'd be like dam winner. Like for example, the 6 in the last race, 3 turf winners from 5 starters. Then they give you like a little. They call it the DPI, how good their horses have been. Wasn't very good, 0.81. Sometimes when I glance over there, I might see a turf horse that's at like 2.0 and 3, and then I'll go, oh, okay, well, maybe, yeah.
Okay. So that might
that's about the extent I'm going to jump into it.
Yeah. So that kind of analysis might just force you to look at something a little more closely. A horse that you might not have necessarily been paying attention to. You might be like, oh, well, you know what? Let me give this one an extra look because, the dam, has done well with her progeny on turf or something like that. Yeah. I'm kind of with you. I also feel like if a horse has run a couple of times, you kind of know what they're capable of doing. Even if they haven't been on turf, I think you can kind of tell. If you watched enough horse races, you can kind of tell by their action. If you think they might be able to take to the turf. I know Optics EQ has some really good race watchers, and in their Optics Notes keywords, they will suggest turf, or you'll see a horse that might have a kickback comment, and you see that horse ending up on turf. You can upgrade those horses, things like that. Anyone out there want to just let us know what kind of tools that they use? Ciaran talks a lot about Brisnet. I'm a formulator and Optics EQ guy. Anyone out there using something?
I also use Raceland, so I actually use two.
Okay.
I use both. I'll look at the race. Usually, I'll look at the race with Racelens first, so I can get an idea of pace, and then see if Racelens lines up with what I think, and then I go over to Brisnet.
Okay,
you get every type of, you get different speed numbers, which is crazy, but they calculate everything different, so might give you a different view of the race. So I like to get a couple of pieces of info in before I go in.
Yeah, I'm with you. I use both platforms for different things, right? Like pace and trip notes, I love through Optics EQ.
I will say my number one thing that I have starred on top of my docs whenever I'm doing my handicapping is the first thing I look for is the Frank off angle. And then even if the horse has two legs, I immediately upgrade it to like an AAAA plus, because 99% of the time, if you're off that horse, win.
It's the Scatoni off angle. Please get your angles correct.
Yeah, so when he does his contest race and you're reading through his analysis and he says, you know what, I bet this horse the last 50 times. This horse makes absolutely no sense in this race. That's going to be the horse that's going to win by 20.
Mortgage your house. Guaranteed the horse will end up winning. Nick, yes, they do have the Pacific Classic contest as well. You can play that on track, and I believe through TVG. It's a one-day live bankroll contest. Nick uses Optics EQ, shout out, and also Timeform US. Appreciate that.
I think that's the one I finished second in.
What?
That's the contest I finished second in a couple of years ago.
Yeah, second, first loser.
Danny,
pace here.
It was still $52,000.
Hey, believe me, I would have traded places with you in heartbeat. I think that was the contest. I shot up to fifth place, and you came at me with a target on my back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think a bunch of these go in this race, Dan. Right? Ciaran and I looked at it, talked about it a little bit earlier, and it seems to me that even with the scratch of the one, there should be a lot of speed in here, setting it up for someone off the pace. 10 goes, one scratch. Cano for the win is scratched. And then the 3 stretching out. Yeah, I don't think the 3 necessarily needs the lead, however. But with Maldonado on board, you might be right. They might just send this horse. You see that a lot with droppers, right, Ciaran? They just think they have the best horse in the race. Send the horse to the front.
Especially in a race like this. Like this, sometimes this horse gets to the front and it gets extra brave. And the other horses are like, I'm not going to chase him down, and just.
Yeah, class matters. It's actually a real thing. Let's see, Dan going through the field. Seems 9, like the 9. Yes. There are a bunch of plotters in here. Even the 11. I mean, I think the 11's taking money at 9-2. I'm a little surprised with those low speed figures. I thought that horse might be a little sneaky in here. Again, I think, you know what, Ciaran? What happens when everybody thinks there's going to be a pace meltdown?
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. Everybody grabs except one.
And I mean, the number 11 is a paycheck horse, second the last 2 races. So maybe this will be the one where the dots get connected.
I don't know. None of these are world beaters in here. I'm shocked that horse is that short. Couldn't win for 12.5 state bred. I know just ran second at this level, but was on the best part of the track, and the number came back so slow. I like that horse at 8-1, not so much at 11-1.
Well, now we've got number 7 is a 7-2 favorite, so that should tell you how lukewarm these horses all are.
Yeah, the 3 and the 7, 3-2, 7. They're like jumping back and forth. 7-2, 7. Yeah, wild. Well, the 7 gets the pace set up, but now the trainer's adding blinkers. So is the 7 going to be too close to the pace now? You know what I mean?
I was looking at possibly doing an exacta in here, and I was thinking, my 7 is the key with 8, 9, 11. But then I'm looking at the will pays, and I think I'm just going to be a fan here and cheer on for our watchers who are alive. And I just feel like the CAWs are going to hammer whatever value we're going to find on the trifecta or exacta here.
Yeah, the CAWs are in the pools to the bitter end when it comes to exacta trifectas. So advice to you, doubles and win bets. Obviously can't do a double here, but look, I mean, to Nick's point, the board is really, really flat. I mean, you've got a bunch of horses between 3-1 and 8-1. I know you have 3 bombs, and then everybody else is between 3-1 and 8-1. I mean, it's just nobody has a real opinion in here, and I don't blame them because this is such a wacky race. I mean, why can't the 9 win if the race falls apart, right? I mean, much classier races. Those turf races are classier. Horse came running on late in both those races.
Frank, so who are you doing as your win bet here? What horse?
If I have to make a win bet in here, I'll bet the 9.
My guy Diego, huh? Oh, I've convinced you, huh?
No. But I'm not going to let a jockey talk me off a horse where I think the race is going to fall apart, and I think he's going to come running late. How about you?
I'm going to go with the 7.
No surprise there. Chalk.
Well, 7-2 chalk.
That's you. All right, let me mute this here. We're rooting for the 3, though. Mr. Guitar Man has a double alive to the 3, so he is our pick. Good luck, Guitar and Nick. Oh, so if Nick's alive too, then good luck to you, Nick. If you're alive, put up real quick who you're alive to. I must have missed that. I was too busy yapping. Uh-oh, someone toppers at Seaside. We did not have that, but, I'm having a hard time seeing that horse wire the field, though. Are those your notifications?
Yes, sorry.
Turn those things off. Will you, huh?
I thought I did.
You're supposed to be a professional, Ciaran.
Yeah.
Do you need to wear this next time tomorrow?
Oh no, wait, that was my Frank BS meter was going off. That's what it is. Beep, beep.
I love how you project. I deal in facts, man. I deal in facts. Oh, Nick, he copied. So wait, he's alive to the 7. I thought Mr. Guitar was alive to the 3. Let me see. Well, I want to root for the 3 and the 7 here. See if I can find it. Yeah, Mr. Guitar is alive to the 3. So we got 2 guys alive, 1 to the 3, 1 to the 7. See, Dan H knows where it's at. Dan, amateur Ciaran, turn those notifications off. Dan, we're going to be holding open casting calls pretty soon. Oh, they're off.
We'll have the bag fitted for you.
One horse goes to the lead and doesn't stop, huh?
No. Let's see.
Let's see what this half mile is, because the opening quarter was not that fast.
What's probably is these guys are looking at it live, probably on another channel, and the race is already over while we're still watching it.
I know. We're all delayed a million times. 47-3, not that fast, but it looks like the 3's all in. Who is this 6 that nobody talked about?
Right, here comes Diego.
The $40,000 Gary Mandela dropper. Oh my gosh, this is an ugly race.
Oh, is that? Who's that coming up there now?
That's Bolligiri, the 8. That has hang job written all over it. I think it's going to be the $40,000 dropper unless he just stops, which he might. Looks like he's trying to quit. Well, I did have the 8 in my double, so I think I'm going to get credit for this one. I had a 2-8 and a 3-8 double.
Well, you had there was what, 8 horses in here, and you had 8 of them somehow between all your 14 pages of doubles.
Just 4 of them. All right. I don't even think we need to wait for this to become official. Nobody had the 8, I don't think. If someone did, chime in now. Ciaran and I got to rest up because we're doing 2 shows tomorrow. Remember, everyone, we are doing a 1 o'clock show as usual for the 3 o'clock late Friday start, which is not 4 anymore. It's now 3. And then I will tweet out and schedule our afternoon show. To Ciaran's point, I think the racing tomorrow is a lot more interesting. Oh, look at this. Someone scooped the pick 6. How about
really?
that?
Wow.
Wasn't me. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
I think
Sorry
we
we
know
weren't as good as we usually are today, but that's how it goes sometimes. Ciaran, why don't you take us out?
Thanks for watching, everyone. My name's Ciaran. I'm double, and there's trouble right there. Put your bag back on, Frank. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.
Thanks for watching.